guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to just share with you a review of the new Too Faced Natural Love palette, and I'll also be sharing with you some swatches. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts about this palette, then just keep on watching. So the Too Faced Natural Love palette is now available online at Too Faced, Sephora, and Ulta for $59. And this is a palette that is a mixture of a bunch of palettes that Too Faced has released, which are their 9-pan palettes. Their Natural Eyes palette, Natural Matte, and Natural at Night palette. It has a bunch of shades from those 3 palettes, and that's why I really wanted to get this palette, because those are all palettes that I've really wanted over the past several years. I feel like those are palettes that have been really hyped up on YouTube. Like early beauty YouTubers were always talking about those palettes. So I was so excited to get this one because I always go to Sephora and swatch those palettes. And now I don't need to get those palettes because a lot of the shades that were in those palettes are in this one. So I like that it has a collection of all the neutral shades that Too Faced has released and have been a lot of hits for Too Faced. So if you do have those palettes, that might be a miss for you, but especially if you do like those palettes and you just want to kind of expand from there or elaborate from those palettes, then this would be an awesome palette for you. And this is a palette that has 30 shades. It has 7 matte shades, it has 13 shimmer shades, and 10 sparkle shades. And I feel like it's really up to you to determine what is the difference between a shimmer and a sparkle. Some of them kind of are just shimmer shades with a little bit more glitter to them, but I feel like for the most part you're getting some really solid shimmer shades. I don't see too many that are just straight glitter colors. So for me, this is mostly a shimmer palette, which I love, and that's why I wanted to get it. I love neutrals, I love shimmer shades. If you are a huge matte lover, you will not like this palette. I don't think you would like it. There's only 7 matte colors, and the matte shades that are in here are so bland. Basically they're very basic matte colors. There's not too much you could do to create a really stand out matte eye look. It's just a couple transition shades and just 2 really dark shades and a brow bone shade. So you're not getting too much when it comes to matte shadows. And to me, that is the one con of this palette. I really need 2 more matte shades to make this a really perfect palette for me, honestly, because it has every shade that I love in there for shimmers, and it has some good matte shades, but it's really missing some medium brown tones, and I'll get into that in a little while. My only hesitation with getting this palette was the price. It is pretty pricey. It's $59. You are getting 30 shades, and you're getting 0.80 ounces of product, which is actually a ton of product for the price. Just so you guys know, with the original chocolate bar palette, you're getting 16 shades, so half as many shades. You're getting 0.62 ounces of product, and this is only $10 less. So you're getting almost about a fourth or a quarter more product in the new palette for $10 more. So you are getting a pretty good value for how much money you're spending, if I did that math right. But you are getting a lot more product for just $10 more, basically. And to me, I would wear every single one of these shades, which makes me really happy with this palette. I'm going to go into all of the shades in a minute, but I have been reviewing a ton of Too Faced palettes. I have a whole Too Faced palette review playlist on my channel. I'll link it below for you guys. And basically, it started off so strong with Too Faced. I had all the chocolate bar palettes. I think they're all awesome. Then the peanut butter and jelly palette, I believe, is awesome as well. And then we had some duds with the Too Faced peanut butter and honey palette and the holiday palettes. Just some really inconsistent palettes for the past several months from Too Faced, in my opinion. So I was a little hesitant with this one, but I am happy to say that this one is definitely a hit for me. I am loving this palette, especially like I said, I would wear every single shade in this palette, which is never the case with any other palette that I own. And also, it's a really consistent palette. The quality is very consistent. There are a few misses, but they're just It's the difference between an awesome eyeshadow and an okay eyeshadow. There's nothing that's really like tragic in this palette. So I'm going to get into all of the shades in this palette, and I'm just going to insert a clip of each of the 5 rows so you guys can see swatches. I usually live swatch everything, but that would be a very long video with this having 30 different shades. So I'm going to start off with the first row, and I'm just going to tell you guys like my favorites and my least favorites about each row. So the first row has a lot of really neutral shades, like every other row. It has a lot of shimmer shades. And you have Heaven, which is the lightest shade, I believe, in the palette, which is good for like a brow bone, like a matte brow bone color, or all over to set your eyes. And also Nudie is a really nice transition shade. This is a very neutral color, which I really like. I'm wearing this on my eyes today. The only dud in this row, and probably my least favorite in the entire palette, is Fairy Tale. And this is a very chunky, glittery eyeshadow color. Like as soon as I apply it, it kind of fades a lot. It's very chunky. There's a lot of fallout. So that is the one dud in this row, and I think that's probably the worst shade, or like the most gritty, chunky shade in the whole palette. And then getting into the second row, I took notes about each row. All I had to say about the second row is that it's all awesome shades. So they all perform really beautifully. You have my favorite gold color of all time, which is Honey Pot. This is such a beautiful, like true gold color. It's a little bit caramely. I love this shade. I have a holiday palette from Too Faced. I think this is 2014. It's the Everything Nice palette, and Honey Pot was the color that I fell in love with in this palette, so I was so excited that it was going to be in this palette, and I had seen that it was going to be in this palette, and that's part of why I wanted it, because that's my favorite gold shade of all time, and all of the other shades in this row perform nicely as well. And then for the third row, it's also really pigmented. There's no duds in this row to me. And what I really like about it is that it's more cool tone. So you have your like really neutral colors up in the first 2 rows, and then the third row is very cool tone, but it's also really fun. It's like those unicorn shades that are really trending right now. You have like Kitten, Bunny Nose, and Moonbeam that are all very like cotton candy colors. They're super pretty, very like stand out colors, but also very light at the same time. So I definitely love those shades, and I like that there's some more cool tone shades in this palette as well. Then the fourth row is gorgeous as well. There's no duds in this one. Night Fever has some more chunkiness to it. Like it does have those glitter chunks in it, but it's still like a really pigmented shadow. It's not going to deter me from using it. So you do have those shadows that have those glitter chunks, but it's not necessarily like fallout or something that you can't like work with. And then the rest of the shades in that row are gorgeous as well. You just get some really pretty earth tones. And then the last row does have some, not duds, but I feel like there could have just been more exciting colors in this one. You do have 2 transition shades that are so neutral. On me, they're almost like skin tone. It's Spotlight and Honey Butter. You guys can see those are very light on me. They kind of fade into my skin, so I really need to build those up. I do have Honey Butter in my crease today, but I did have to build it up a little bit. Then you have your 2 darkest matte colors, which are really pigmented, Makeup and Chill and Stiletto. Like for matte black, that is a really pigmented black. You can work it like really nicely and make it really smoked out, but it's also something that's not going to be so harsh right off the bat. So those are good matte colors, and I find it really incomplete to jump from Honey Butter to Makeup and Chill. Like there definitely needs to be another transition shade. I wish like 2 or 3 more transition shades for me, because I really need a medium brown. I was looking through my Too Faced palettes, and I'll let you guys know. So this is a color Makeup and Chill, which is more of a darker brown. I really wish that they had like something like Puree from the Sweet Peach palette as like a medium brown, because you guys could see this shade is still a bit lighter than this one, or something like Peanut Butter from the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I actually wish that Peanut Butter was also in this palette, because it's such a hit in all of the other palettes. Like if they had those 2 shades from the top, or even just Peanut Butter, instead of having this be the next darkest brown after like basically a skin tone color, then I feel like this would be a really complete palette. Like it needs one more medium warm brown and then maybe one more like neutral brown. I was thinking even this kind of khaki brown from the original Too Faced palette. Like if this color was in this palette, all of those brown shades just need to be in this palette to make it a complete palette for me. So that's basically my thoughts about it. I feel like this is such a gorgeous universal palette, but if I could get all of these shades in this palette, this would just be the palette I would use every single day, because to me it has every shade that I need. So as you guys can tell, I think this palette is awesome. I'm so excited about it because I've had so many duds from Too Faced in the past several months that I was losing hope, especially with something like this that kind of looks like a holiday palette. But to me, this is really consistent. I've seen some mixed reviews, and I'm pretty harsh about eyeshadows because I love eyeshadow palettes, and I hate working or like making my eyeshadows work, especially if you're paying $50, $60 for them. But to me, this works perfectly. Really, Fairy Tale was the only miss that's really chunky. Everything else to me swatches beautifully. I've worn a lot of this palette already. I need to play with more of the cool tones because I've been like going around all of the cool tones because I just love neutrals and warm colors a lot. But overall, I think this is a really complete palette except for like missing one more transition shade. But this is a really awesome palette. It's very universal. Like I said, if you like a lot of matte shadows, you're definitely not going to get that in this palette. If you love shimmer shades and neutrals, you're going to love this palette. So let me know what you guys think about this palette in the comments down below. I feel like it's very subjective because I love shimmers, I love neutrals, so I love this palette, but I know that's not the case for everybody. So definitely let me know your thoughts below. And also, to me, the formula is very similar to the original chocolate bar palettes, which I find very consistent and very user-friendly. Basically, it's very easy to work with. So I definitely recommend this if you guys love shimmers, neutrals, and the original chocolate bar palette. And if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.